All right, we're going to show you how to install WordPress locally so that you can have a local working environment. Now, we started this, we assumed you've already downloaded MAP and you've started your servers. And right there, then, we have already got our local 8888 host going. And so we've gone from there. The next thing you need to do is go to wordpress.org. And let me back up because I've already opened up here. The very first page, when you go in there, you'll see up in the top right a button that says Get WordPress, and you click on that. And from there, you'll see in the middle of a page a download link for WordPress, what it currently is here, 4.9.8. So you want to go ahead and click that and get that download going. It should just take a second. Now, why do this every time you want to set up a website versus saying, well, you know, I'd have one I just downloaded a few weeks ago, I'll just use that? Well, it's a best practice to go ahead and just go straight to the website, download from there. That way you make sure you have the latest version. All right. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to open our downloads folder. Now I just go ahead and I unzip it right there in the downfold. And then from there, I drag it to my desktop. You can drag it wherever you need to. And from there, you're going to rename this folder. All right, so you're going to rename it whatever your website's going to be. So we're going to say Demo 5 because that's going to be the name of our website. Now from there, you're going to move it over to your htdocs folder. Now where is that folder at? That is down here. If you go on down, we have our different websites, applications. I don't believe I said website. And so we are actually going to change this by name here so that, and we have our map folder right here. And see, there's your htdocs right there. So we are going to put that in there. Now for me, I have a shortcut over here. So what I need to do is just drag this over into this, and so you see it listed there, Demo 5, and actually I forgot to do something. I forgot to do .com because later on that just helps us to do that. All right, so we've got that in there, and now we're going to go back to our browser, and from there we are going to go to our local host 8888. And this should be a listing all local websites. You can see I've got a bunch of different ones there. And then so from there we're going to go Demo 5, click on the WordPress website we just created. Now we're going to start through the process here, and we are going to go ahead and start the basic WordPress setup. We want English, so we hit continue. And then from here we're going to see the things we're going to need to have available: a database name, database username, database password, database host, and a table prefix if it's applicable. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just get this started. And before we do this though, we're going to navigate over to our PHP MyAdmin, and we are going to create our database. All right, and so from here we're going to go over to our databases tab, and you see here very top, create a database. So from there we are going to go Demo 5, and just that's all you need to have in there. And then from there you're going to go, so when we do this, by the way, we're going to do it without the .com or whatever you have at the end for the top level domain. You just leave that blank. Then from here we also then want to change this. You'll see all these different settings here, and we're going to go very top and we make that collation. That's kind of a generic form of how the database is stored, and that's what you want to hit. Hit create, and there you go. You have created the database. You see nothing here yet. Nothing has happened on that end, but we've created a basic database. Now in there, want to make sure one thing while we're here, you got to click over on privileges, and from there, right now you just say username root, but want to make sure that it's set for all privileges. Okay, let's make sure that's all there like that. All right, so from there then, we're going to navigate back to our WordPress page. Actually, we're going to close that out. We don't need that anymore. And then from here, we're going to add our database name, username, password. All right, so from here, we have our database is going to be the demo5 we created, and then we are going to create our username, and for now we are just going to use root, and then from here as well the password is going to be root. Now don't worry, this all changed later when we go to a live site, but for here we'll leave it this way. Our database host is localhost, and we're going to leave the table prefix for now WP underscore. That'll work for now. Some other websites you might require change the table prefix, but for what we're doing, we're just going to leave it right there. All right, and now once we do that, we're going to hit submit, and then from there we're going to run the installation, and there we go. Now I'm going to navigate here in the video away from this actual screen so you don't see any of my automated passwords pop up, and so but I will have arrows pointing to exactly where you need to put on this. You want to put in your site title and whatever that's going to be, and so I'm going to say demo5, and then from there you add your username and the password in there. I highly recommend a very strong password for this so that no one can get back in. I'll show you a little bit later how to be able to change the password on the back end of the database. But go ahead and put one here, strong password, and then from there you can save it in some place so you don't lose it. And also then, I'm just going to say real quick about the username. I use my email address as my password and for the top. Then from there, you're going to add your email address at the bottom that you want to use. So for now, we're going to leave this search engine visibility unchecked. This just doesn't really relate to us on a local build right now. We can change that later on. So we're going to hit install WordPress. All right, so we have that now. And from there, it's going to ask us to log back in. And then from there, you'll see the username or email address, and that's my email address. So everybody out there, you see my email address, but you don't see my password, so we'll just leave that there like that. And we're going to log back in at this point. All right, we paused the recording for a second so I can change up a few things. Now we're going to show you how to change your password in case you have a client lose their password for their website. We're going to show you how you can go in the back end and change that. So first you want to click on your demo5 or whatever you've named your website. For me it's demo5. You'll see it listed on the left, the PHP MyAdmin. Then from there you got to go up to make sure structure, and then you're going to click on WP users. So you see from there then we have all these different settings. You have the user login, the current user pass, and user nice name and user email. So now you'll notice that, hey, that's not the password I put in. Well, that's because that's an encrypted version of it, which is a good thing because that will keep people, bad people, from hacking through on the back end and make a stronger password. So what you're going to do from here is click edit and then go down to user pass, and then from there you got to go to function, and we need to set this first. We're going to scroll down, see MD5. That's a strong encryption protocol that we're going to set to use this in. All right, from there you can go ahead and just delete that, and you can add in your new password. I'm adding a password that I'll use for this time and I'll never use again, so everybody on this video will see it. All right, so from there we got that set in, our new password, and we make sure it says saved, and then go back to the previous page. We're going to hit go to go ahead and save that. So now you see there's a whole new number encrypted right there, and that password is changed. All right. Now, one thing you'll know on this then is that you're going to be asked to log in again, because since you changed the password, the server's running and knows that fact. So what we're going to do is paste our password in here, our new one, and log back in. And I don't want to save that one because I'm only using it one time. All right. So that's how you can change it from the back end. We've installed WordPress, and now you can see it on your dashboard, and you're ready to go and edit. All right.